that make me whole come from someone who has made me, me. Someone without a body but a soul, a person who will always have a place in my heart, no matter where she may be. I lost my mother at the young age of 7. Admitting she's gone is too much to accept. The pieces of her are in me while she's in heaven. Years gone by and acceptance is still in effect. My mother was very pretty. She had a chiseled complexion with a loving smile, and on the inside her mind was witty. She devoted her life to taking care of me, while she was losing herself all the while. You live to understand everything is easier said than done. Starting to deal with that change, someone so dear to you, a loved one. Now, imagine they're no longer here. Isn't it strange? But me, I am part of a whole of someone I do not want to be. But it's not something I can control because my mother is a part of me. It's her I'm living through. I need to move on. Why do I reject it? I don't want to accept she's gone. I need to take on my fear of admitting my mother's no longer here. You can't reject the facts and expect to keep going. Acceptance is hiding under who you're meant to be. If you don't embrace your aspects, are you really growing? My mother had given her whole to me. I'm parts of someone that once was. Everyone seems to agree. They look at me and it's not hard to see. You're so tough, just like your mother. You look just like your mother. That's something your mother would say. I wouldn't have sat there and let time pass by if I knew she would be gone in the blink of an eye. With losing my mother, I realized more. Mothers are here to give you parts of who they are. From your first heartbeat, it was already in store. That you're parts of your mother. She's your immovable scar. Going through life in painful ways, why make it so much worse? Stuck on something so far gone, it's more than a phase. Life moves on. It will never reverse. I don't feel fulfilled. She's not here. The part of me that I deprive knows she's never going to disappear. Why can't she just be alive? My mother had given her whole to me. Now I'm here with the love that only I lost. A mother I come home to, but it's nothing more than a memory. You ask yourself to move on. At what cost? Ditching old baggage off your back. To abandon the past and move through? Of course, it takes time for you to really crack. Let go of the past. Become the best of you. My mother had given her whole to me. But the memories of her are waning away. It gets harder and harder to see that I'm parts of something that's faded to gray. For me, making up the sum of her isn't enough. I don't want to accept she's no longer a being. Why is moving on so rough? You sit here wondering, the purpose, the meaning? But why are you all standing down? Tell your loved ones you love them. You are blessed. Stop acting like forever they will be around. You don't know how much time you have left. Knowing I'm part of her isn't enough, I say. Hearing it from others doesn't get better. It just gets old. I want her to be more than recollection of old days. Stop telling me she's gone. What's already been told? Once you admit who you're a part of, you can be whole, who you're meant to become. Maybe moving on doesn't seem so rough, but first, you have to accept who you came from. Rhyme after rhyme, verse by verse, nothing is changing other than the rhymes I'm making. So why is it getting worse? Is my refusal prolonging the heartbreaking? Sooner or later, there needs to be a time where I need to learn what to appreciate, to be thankful she's a part of me in my rhymes. It's so hard to stay grateful when you can't remember her straight. Sadly, the time is coming, I know it. Memories of her will soon be out of frame. Then, all I have are parts of her in me they sit. I won't be able to put a face to her name. And I begin to think what I'm feeling, the sense that even memories of her are no longer heaving. It may be the acceptance and healing. I'll finally be okay with her leaving. Pull all of your parts together and allow the pieces to fall into place. Time with others is something you should treasure, because the future is something you will have to raise. Almost 9 desolating years, and my mother's still parts of who I am. The tears will never disappear, and the whole of her will fail to scram. My mother had given her whole to me. One day I'll hold myself accountable, and with myself I can agree that I'm parts of her, and it's undoubtable. I know every single person had someone walk out of their lives. What you're left with creates a new version. When you accept what left is gone, the whole of you thrives. Now think back to yourself for a minute. When did you decide to move on? What degree? You can only withstand so much to a limit. Do some of you feel the same as me? I hope you all today hug the people you love a little bit tighter. You never know when you will part ways. They will be parts of you, separated with no divider. My mother had given her whole to me. Maybe then, when I accept it, I'll become something I once resented. When I agree with others that she makes up my pieces and bits, will I feel whole and this pain will have ended? Thank you.